I need to shave the sides of my beard. The gray makes me look 10 years older. It is episode 22? 22, yeah, I think, of the daily vlog. Um, just got back last night around 9 o'clock from the South Carolina Comic Con. If you haven't seen my convention diaries from that, I took some videos while I was there. And it was it was a fun show. One of the things I've learned is you can kind of pick up on the vibe of a show. And I talked about the last show I did being kind of slow and just lethargic, and it just kind of it had that vibe. And from the first morning we walked in to set up, the South Carolina Comic Con just had energy, and there was a lot of people. I mean, it was it was pretty busy the whole time. There wasn't any like dead times. And it was smart, I think, because Sunday mornings for shows are usually pretty slow anyway, because most people, a lot of people go to church, and they just started the show on Sunday. It was it was a 5 hour day, 12 to 5, and there was never like a really slow, lull in like traffic or anything. Um, and this is the first year I've done the show, so I don't have any other year to compare it to. But everyone else said the show was I mean, I didn't do fantastic. I did okay, but that was kind of what everybody said. And in the past, people had done a lot better. I don't know what it was. I mean, there's an ebb and flow to things. But I would do it again. It was a fun show. It was a good show. Lots of artists there. It had been compared to like Heroes Con Light, if you've ever done that. It's a very comics and artist centric show. So yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good. Wasn't a bad drive back. No traffic on the way back. I was pleasantly surprised. The way down was horrible. It was I don't know. I don't know what was up. Lots of construction and stuff. But anyway. But there was I didn't have any commissions. I did all the things I sold were prints, which is why you need to have prints at shows. Some shows are print shows. Some shows are commission shows. But most of it was prints and selling lots of weight and last stuff. And I did, which brings up, what do you do when there's a slow convention? And there would be times where you just sit there. I would just, I wish people would, be buying my stuff. But I found that you really need to kind of make use of that time, that slow time, because I look at it as if I'm sitting here for 8 hours or 5 or 10, depending on the show, and I don't have something to do in that moment, like no commissions to work on, and it's more of a print show, I'll try to draw, like this show I drew, I did Optimus Prime, Megatron, I just full marker thing. And if I didn't sell it there, I would say, well, I'll put it on eBay, and I'll probably sell it online. And I kind of count that as convention money, right? Because I made the thing at the show, and so it's like I did the work at the show for profit later. But I was able to draw a few of those and just put them out on the table, and I did sell a couple. So again, think about how you're using your time at a show, and if you aren't making money with commissions there, try to put your time to use to take the time to draw something that you wouldn't have drawn otherwise that you could sell later. That's just a little business tip, and it's something I've had to learn doing freelance, of just making the most use of your time as you can. So my next show in 2 weeks is the first weekend, no, April 8th, I think. 2 weeks from right now is. And again, I'm looking up at my calendar that says December 2016, because I'm pathetic, and haven't changed it yet. But Marble City Comic Con in Knoxville, Tennessee, I'll be there. I hear good things about that show. I've never done that one either. So, and then after that, I don't think I have anything until Heroes Con. So I will be at Heroes Con. I'll be at Marble City. I got my pro badge for Comic Con, which I just walk around and network and meet up with artists that I don't usually get to see. face to face. So I've got some things to do this week to in between Joe issues. I wrapped up Joe last week for 240, and I've got to do some other freelance stuff and catch up on the stuff I had to set aside. So I'll go upload this video and see you tomorrow.